Alright, we want to start this lesson off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We want to give double honor to the elders and the apostles of GMS, the great millstone who rule well, and peace, love, and salutation to the Bayafto Adada house of David that's being risen up in these last days. Alright, well, just three brothers out of the GMS Boston camp. Once again, Lord willing, through the Spirit, as always, to show us edifying. It's a faith builder that lifts you up and it teaches, because at the end of the day, this is our job as watchmen, standing on the watchtowers, watching out for the enemies and watching out for the sword. All right, and Esau, Edom, which is a so-called white man, he has different devices and tools and tactics, all right, to destroy Yashala, all right, the Prince of Power, which are you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. And one of his ways is what you see on your screen. A perfect way to neutralize the enemy is to basically, and to put it quite frank, to turn the men into women, man. Turn them turn them into faggots, turn them into homos, sissies, queers, um, and feminize them, make them emotional so they can't think with a rational brain. And that person is easily conquered. We was going into it. The man that's feared is a man that's gonna stand up as a man and do what he's supposed to do. Stand for what's right. Be filled up with integrity and knowledge of himself and of his nation. Be ready to stand up and fight. All right, for his children. All right, fight for his nationality, his heritage, his culture. But once you sell your soul and you're putting on dresses and you're just dressing like a bitch, you're just
Yeah.
acting like a bitch. Um,
For a father, even not to cut you off,
mhm.
bro, but even for a father to call his own son a girl is fucking upside down in his kingdom, man.
Mm-hmm. It get second Ezra chapter 14, verse 14, Baba Kasha.
hmm
Con,
There's no way to carry yourself. We're ordained and we're instructed to carry ourselves like men. And Esau is hell bent on pushing this fag culture, this trans culture, this pedophilia culture, and it's totally satanic and against the scriptures.
hmm
Con, this is second Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal darts. Cast away thy burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
Read it again, Baba Kasha.
Con, this is second Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal darts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak
So the
nature.
scriptures say that let go from the mortal thoughts and fleshly thoughts and worldly thoughts and thoughts in the ways of this world. And we're gonna read this article a little bit and put off that weak ass nature. And what's a weak nature? Dressing up with a skirt, a dress, acting like a bitch, sashaying around, being emotional. Um, the Heavenly Father is looking for warriors. 144,000 of the elect, 12,000 of the east tribe are gonna be men, man. All right, they're gonna be complete men. Okay, so we're gonna read a little. We read a little bit from this article.
Okay.
Connacht, this is from RT News. GQ magazine's new masculinity is men in makeup and dresses.
Yeah, that's off, man.
And just to read a little bit, it says,
Because slack
Con,
here, bro. Because a man is not supposed to be concerned with that bullshit. A man, what's supposed to be on a man's mind is survival, hunting, preparing, the necessities of life. All right, and not looking pretty for another man or even a bitch.
Connacht, it tells you that in the book of Deuteronomy 22 and
Go
5.
ahead, bro.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a
Uh
man,
huh.
neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Yep.
For all that do so are an abomination
Yeah.
unto the
It's
Lord
a
thy
fucking
power.
abomination. And it's off. It causes confusion. All right.
Con, it tells you this in our article. Just to read a little bit, it says GQ stands for Gentlemen's Quarterly, but gentlemen are a toxic brand in the post Weinstein world
Yeah.
and just don't sell as many overpriced clothes, watches, and aftershave as they used to.
You see, because the feminizing of men, man. They want to destroy masculinity. They want to destroy everything that Heavenly Father set up, and that's part of Satan's new world order.
Con, and it says going down, it says GQ is only adding to the confusion because this new masculinity looks a lot like old femininity. So I'm lucky I butchered that word, brother.
Yep. Hey, but when you go into the word feminist, to be feminine means to be soft, to be womanly, to be a
hmm
woman. but the suffix ist means to be pro. So the real feminists is people that's for women being just like women, soft, discreet,
Hmm.
keepers at home, mothers, nourishers, lovers. That's how the Heavenly Father created them. But the world is, especially Babylon, leading the charge, which Babel goes into what? Confusion.
Fusion. Yeah.
Everybody's all messed up and twisted upside down.
Con.
Karnak, and I just want to read just a little bit more just to show you how off it is. It says the GQ editor, Will Welch, had this message for all those men out there who didn't even know that they needed redefining. He says new masculinity is very simple. It's I know who I am and I respect who you are. Now to go down, it says Welch also says traditional notions of masculinity are being challenged. This is the classic view of a man who shares a bubble with the 5 over the 95%. I have absolutely no doubt there are some men who will be grateful that a magazine has given them permission to show off their feminine side. The majority are just trying to watch the football in their pants. It's just fucking
That's stupid.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's off, man.
shit is off. You got what you got? You got that precept.
Come on, brother. Can I bring out Romans 1 and 26?
Con.
For this cause, the Lord thy power gave them up unto vile affections.
Yeah, that's a vile affection for you to be a man acting like a bitch, to be a man sashaying around like a woman. You know, that's a vile affection, man. Go ahead.
And it says, for even their woman did change the natural use.
And what was her natural use was for childbearing, man. You having
Con.
these bitches are getting sex changes and these niggas is getting sex changes. These niggas is growing tits and bitches is cutting off their tits, which the tits was, they're for a man's pleasure as well, but they produce milk so that you can feed
Nourish your
nourish
baby.
your child. Yeah.
Con and
Hmm.
a man's rod produces as seed.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting rid of that. And it
Yep.
says, that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one
One
toward
toward
another.
another. Faggots.
Hmm.
Men with men working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met.
And this is the New Testament, so you call yourself a Christian and a wholehearted believer in the New Testament, like you guys proclaim to be. You can agree that this is off. And now more and more you seeing what you ride around, you see these churches. All they got is a Black Lives Matter sign outside they church
Con.
and a fag flag, man.
That's it.
And that rainbow flag was supposed to be symbolic of. It still is symbolic of the covenant that the Most High made with man, that he wouldn't flood the world again. But Esau, being who he is, took it and turned it into a symbol of the gay flag. That's what it means in this
Con.
world.
Con.
So they
Con.
adopted it, and that's what it is.
Karnak in the end of the office says, and even as they did not like to retain the Lord in their knowledge, the Lord gave them over to a reprobate
And
mind.
that's what you have. You got a rebel and kids. You seeing little kids 13, 10,
Yeah,
9,
program.
being programmed by TV programming, media, billboards, school. They even teaching this madness in school now.
It's,
Con.
it's, it's in Los Angeles. Okay. In Los Angeles, they're allowed to teach your kids about the birds and the bees, about homosexuality, about their self uh,
Identity.
identity,
Con.
so to speak.
Yeah,
Okay.
what they
At K
rely on.
two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Common, and then they got the trans that are able to go to the school and read stories. They got that
Con.
trans cartoon on
Yeah, you
Netflix.
got these trained big ass grown ass men dressing up like women
Con.
Linebackers.
and damn libraries, reading books to kids, man.
Could I read this
Con.
precept? 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And that's his main plan, man. Like the brother said, that's their biggest fear, for us to be manly men in this world and stand up against the homosexuality of Esau Edom, okay? Because that's what he's prone to be that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? He wants to be that. That's his natural state. That's what he likes to be. You get what I'm saying? So for us to know this plan that he has and stand up against it, hey, this is terrifying to him. That's why he wants to get them at a young age, K2. Okay, even when you get these kids that get adopted, okay, by two homosexuals. All right, you're programming their mind already to say, "Oh, I got two daddies, so two daddies is all right. I like men too," because it's something that builds them. You know what I'm saying? From the jump.
Karnak, and then when they come across the scriptures where it says, the Lord created Adam and Eve,
I got that too.
they ain't gonna want to believe in it because they see they got two parents. And while you get that, I just want to finish this off.
Yeah.
It says, "So does this editor of GQ offer and genuinely useful advice?" Well, there was always this. He basically said, "Hello, the men. My advice on modern masculinity would be to look at all those traits you believe are feminine and interrogate why you are so obsessed with being the opposite. Because this idea that to be a man you have to be the furthest away from being a woman that you possibly can is really weird. Get that, men? Stop just sitting around being obsessed about being men. It's off, man."
Yeah. I strictly push that, man. If a woman don't like that I'm manly, guess what? You can go to stage right even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you tell her to kick rocks.
Kick rocks, man. Get out of here.
And that's why brothers have, when you get into this truth, you have a hard time dealing with these women because they offer their rocker. When you be a man and you show attributes of being a man, they're turned off by that, man. Because the majority of them, because of their definition of what a man is supposed to be, is completely bugged out. Soft, emotional, and catering to them and bowing down to them. But
Man,
that's going
con,
off.
con.
Corner, I want to bring out
What?
Matthew 24 and 22. "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be
Yeah,
saved."
if all these men, if every man on the planet turned into a homo, no life, life wouldn't exist because what's the point of a man and a woman? One of the main points is procreation. That was the
That's it.
first decree that was given to Adam and Eve. But if women turn into lesbians and men all turn gay, life as you know it would cease to exist.
And that's
So
that feminism.
yeah,
Feminism is like they said, uh what if men don't produce babies? Kill all the male babies. That's how feminists think, man. You see what I'm saying? In the article I had read some time ago, that's what this chick was ranting about. She was like, "Oh, we don't need men. Men are not useful for us." So if men are not useful, how are more people going to be put on the
and
planet?
you know what it is? That's that curses in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter that a man shall have a hatred towards the wife of her bosom. Those
Yeah,
are those curses, the curses that are coming out upon enemies pursuing Deuteronomy, I believe, chapter 30, verse 7. When the Heavenly Father says he's going to put those curses on our enemies, it's starting with Esau, Edom, the so called white woman. She made that statement, let's kill all men. We don't need men, and men are mistargeted as pigs. But that's just the beginning stages of those curses starting to fall on them. And hey,
con,
you know what? I'll say this. I was I think it was the Shade Room or something like that, where they did an article on an article, the headline in read, black single moms are popping up into corporate America at
Yep,
record
con.
breaking
oh, they
rates.
love that.
Now, but when I read the comments, I thought it was gonna be a bunch of Shaniquas talking about, "Oh, you go girl," but it was a bunch of so-called black women that was like we're over this glorifying single moms and corporate America, and we don't want to be single moms, and it really surprised me what I saw in the comic book. So now you're starting to see more so-called black women that's just they understand that they've been hoodwinked by this whole system
Yeah,
of Section 8 and housing, and all they want is a man back in the household, man, to sing a regular family, just like Yahweh has set it up. Because this 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 the world is regurgitating this
ancient
system that
ways.
Esau set up, man,
Yeah,
and they're
and bring it.
dying, they're yearning to
Yep,
go back to the ancient way, because
that's
the
right.
ancient way
That's right.
is the best way, man. A
What?
two-parent household, like the Lord set it up to be.
Hmm. Can I say something,
Go ahead,
bro?
brother.
Con.
Because when you look at it, a woman's not built for that type of stress, man. She's not built for, let me see what I can do for the kids. Let me, you know what I'm saying, put this together, put that together. She's not built for that. She has taken on that role, but look how it made her react. Look at her reaction to men because of that. You know what I'm saying? She's not a natural woman. She's standoffish. She's your enemy. You know, just like the brother Yashawamba says, it's a beautiful road to be a mother. And just that, just be a mother. You get what I'm saying? Let the man do his daily duties, go out, make a living, by the sweat of his brow, bring home the bacon, so to speak, or the lamb.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you take care of the kids, man. You sit there. You don't have to go out into Esau's world and you know, struggle in the daily grind, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But just nurture the kids, man.
So it's a
Bring them
simple,
up.
it's a
It's simple.
simple rule. It's a simple rule, but the ways of this world has flipped it upside down, and which
Con.
is gonna be flipped upside right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gonna close it out on that. We want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS, the great millstone, rule well, and peace, love, and salutation to the elect. To the next show, we say, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.